From Ibom Tropicana Entertainment Center in the heart of Uyo, Bush House, Nigeria returns with 20 questions. Many thanks, wonderful members of the 20 Questions Club. We're excited to be back on the program. This is a Parlour game on TV, on radio, and online. On it, you have a panel always struggling to get at the given objects, and that they must do within the limits, within the confines of 20 questions. The panel, sometimes they are a threesome, sometimes they are more, sometimes they are less. But today we have a threesome. My name is Michael Bush. I'm the chair. Let's now turn attention, if you would, to the panel. ID James is leading. Savior Ekpe. And, of course, the new kid on the block, Dr. Isienupe.
Dear good people of Akwa Ibom State, let's take a moment to meet minds. See how God has blessed us. Think of the peace we enjoy. In Thanksgiving, we need to spread love, not hate. Let's love each other. Let's love ourselves. Enough of hate speech and actions that divide. There is and there can only be one governor per time. Thankfully, Governor Udomi Manuel, by his uncanny statecraft, is guiding our state to an enduring and more productive future. The least we can do and should do is to support him by contributing our quota wherever and however. Akwa Ibom is blessed. 20 Questions Club, Impact. This message is brought to you by Director General of the 20 Questions Club, Mr. Usoro Peters.
Mr. Voice, preamble over. If you are set, I am. Object number 1. Mr. Voice.
A higher loyalty. A higher loyalty.
Panelist. Vegetable mineral with strong human connection.
Mr. Chairman, is it a place?
Not a place.
Is it an event?
Not an event per se.
Mr. Chairman, is it a machine?
A machine. A machine. Yes, a machine, but don't give a round of applause and don't take. 3 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is it a machinery?
A machinery. That's a good one. Yes, something like a machinery, because it's taken too long for them to have an applause. A round of applause, one for them now. 4 questions, panelists. It's a tough call, this. The program is 20 questions, early days yet? Yeah.
Let's talk of machinery. Let's look at electronic. Is it in electronic form?
Is it in electronic form? As we speak, perhaps say yes. The whole world is looking at it. But it's more than the electronic form. For the masses to have it. For the world to see it. Because of the problem, the challenge of electricity, we cannot limit it to electronic. 5 questions. 5 questions.
The Chairman, is it something that's widely used by everybody?
Yes, it is! 6 questions. I just answer as you ask me. If we get to the end and we discover that it's not everybody that uses it, we would understand who is the chairman.
Mr. Chairman, so can we say that you are looking for a piece of device?
A piece of device? Yes, in some sense. I don't need to count that because we are already agreed about this machinery stuff. 6 questions still.
Mr. Chairman, does it come in a form of a backup?
A backup?
Yes.
I will just count that, but I don't understand the question.
Let me
I'll say no.
Let me explain, Mr. Chairman.
7 questions, yes.
For instance, we have power bank.
Yes.
That powers phone that has a.
Yes, I understand.
Is it something in that class?
Yes, something in that class, but no.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at a source of information.
The source of information. Yes, a source of information. That's what you said, not the source.
Are you looking for a source of information?
Yes, I am! 8 questions.
Could it be in print form?
In print form, possibly. 9 questions. 9 questions.
These objects, can it be found primarily in Akwa Ibom State?
Primarily.
Yes.
Even secondarily, you won't find it. 10 questions now. 10 questions. Dr.
The source of information, is it like an institution?
Yeah, an institution. That's a good one too, but no. 11 questions.
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for food?
Food. Yes, I'm looking for food! 12 questions.
Mr. Chairman, you didn't even allow me. I'm thinking of a mind food, not
a mind food.
Not
no, but
food.
I've said food, so it's just for you to now look at the time. Yes. You asked me, Mr. Chairman, are we looking for food? Did I do any wrong by saying yes?
It was still talking, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so 12 questions now. Let's go. Huh?
The object you're looking for, is it a 2
Is that a question?
Yes.
A question? No, it's not 2 words.
1 word.
Thank you. 13, 14 questions now. Not 1 word, not 2 words. 14 questions.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at literacy and illiteracy.
Literacy and illiteracy. Yes, I would think that's embedded in the book. It's written by a man, if you like. You could say he sees himself as literate. And he writes about another man, if you like. You could see him as, the word is too much for me, I won't take it. But I won't still count that. 14 questions still.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes. 14 questions. The program is 20 questions. A Bush House Natural Production.
If I'm alive,
yes,
I can write an autobiography.
Yes.
But if I'm dead, what comes out is a biography.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's some education too. I think that's what Bush House Schools did on the last edition of Akwa Ibom Calling.
Can we factor this, your instrument, within this? Something that talks about somebody.
Well, this one is not an autobiography, but unfortunately it's not also a biography. 15 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, is this subject a book?
It's a book! It's a book! It's a book! 16 questions. It's a book. And it's a book that is raising dust the world over. You know, at the point of this recording, it's not even out there yet, but everyone is talking about it.
Is this book written by a Nigerian?
In Nigeria, no. 17 questions. But Nigerians have written even more powerful books. Whether it raised this amount of dust is something else that I can answer. Yes.
Chairman, this book is written by an American.
Is that a question?
I'm thinking aloud, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, you're thinking aloud?
I will ask you a question.
So I can block my ears?
You can, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, the book
17
is
questions.
written by an American portraying President Trump, Donald Trump.
You're thinking aloud? Are you still thinking aloud?
I was done with the thinking aloud.
Okay.
A question now.
Okay, so you want to put the question?
Yes.
Yes, you're right! Actually, it's another anti-Trump book. It's published by Macmillan. 18
Chairman,
questions.
since the book has not yet been released,
Yes.
we don't know whether they will change the title. So you
That's
can
a nice
give us the title so that we share the spoil.
And you know, President Donald Trump has survived almost everything. It's like the cat of 9 lives. I'm wondering now whether he would also survive this book. What is the title of this book?
Mr. Chairman, is loyalty one of the words?
Yes, it is! Yes, it is, but I've got real bad news. 19 questions.
So, Mr. Chairman, add the 2 so that you take half the score.
What do I need to add?
The remaining.
What is the remaining?
2 words.
The remaining 2 words.
No, I've told you. I told you about lower.
So it's the lower loyalty, Mr. Chairman.
The lower loyalty. 20 questions. We've been looking for a higher loyalty.
Sport is an agent of unification and tourism. Huduma Akwa Ibom has been pivotal to a sports revolution in the state and beyond. Akwa United Football Club have emerged two-time champions of Nigerian FA Cup. Successful home games in Godswill Akpabio International Stadium have earned Nigeria a spot in the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Akwa Ibom is blessed.
Huduma Akwa Ibom in 30 seconds, a Bush House Nigeria initiative, is sponsored by Engineer Etido Ian.
So they lost that mystery voice, that James.
Mr. Chairman, we have
book.
just shared the spoil.
Okay, the James comic book is a higher loyalty, and it's an appeal to African leaders, to European leaders, to leaders in every part of the world. Just be careful, because the person serving you today, the person watching you today, working very closely under you today, could just tell it all tomorrow. What kind of story would that person tell? So just learn that as a lesson. Okay, mystery voice, you've done that.
Pregnancy.
Panelists, abstract.
A noun,
Bad
Mr.
news.
Chairman.
A noun.
One word.
One word.
Mr. Chairman,
Is it a vice?
Not a vice, except in some extreme cases. 3 questions. Not a
Chairman,
vice.
the word laziness it may be a vice and a virtue.
A vice, yes.
And a virtue.
Laziness, a vice and a virtue, yes. But no. 4 questions.
No, I've not asked my question. I
You
want to
disturbed
ask.
me. You
No,
disturbed me.
I wanted you to find out whether it could also be a virtue. Now I'm asking,
Yes.
is this a kind of word, not laziness,
Eh.
but the word you're looking for?
Oh my God, yes.
What's wrong?
Go ahead.
Now the word you're looking for, can it also be a vice, even if we are seeing it as a virtue here?
Yes, it can be a vice. I think I've already answered that.
Don't count
No,
that.
it's
You
not.
already
I'm not counting, but I've already answered that when I said, look, in some extreme cases. 4 questions.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, so we can now talk about our president.
Again?
Yes, and his very recent activities. This word you're looking for, can it be conveniently factored within the speech of Mr. President of late?
The president of Nigeria.
Of late.
What do you mean of late?
At the Commonwealth.
That is at the Commonwealth.
Oh, that. Okay, you have to be careful. That late.
Late thing.
Okay, 5 questions. I want us to just allow the president to have a little rest. 5 questions, no.
But is it currently playing out in the news, Mr. Chairman?
Currently playing out in the news. Where? In the news? Not exactly. Well, perhaps except by some other name. 6 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, let's look at 2019 elections.
2019 elections, yes.
We've really not talked about politics.
Absolutely, and I don't know. Everyone is waiting. You don't really see action. I don't know what has happened. The country has really changed. Perhaps it's the economy.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman,
yes.
2019,
Yes.
Nigerian politics.
Yes.
Can this word be seen very loudly?
Yes, I think 2019 elections is this word. I think so. Because this word can also mean expectations. Can also mean something you're looking forward to. Something you would rejoice or cry at the end of.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
let's look
And the
at...
list goes on and on. Yes.
We're still talking about 2019.
7 questions.
For instance, if I'm tired of leadership,
Yes.
can I effect change through this word you are looking for?
Can you effect?
Change. Or can I exercise this thing you are looking for to effect change?
Well, if you are,
I have my
if you're a
PVC.
woman,
Oh, really?
if you're a woman, you could use it to effect change in in your home, in your relationship, in how you are treated? 8 questions, panelists. I'm saying some things, it's deeper than that.
Mr. Chairman, can we look at the statement of Aisha Buhari?
I can barely hear.
Can we look at the statements of Aisha Buhari about her husband's reconciliation?
What did she say? She said she would never support him, but now she's number one supporter.
Mr. Chairman.
Because some pillow talk happened overnight.
Can we add 2 to 2 and ask if you are looking for starvation?
Starvation. Wow. Starvation. Can starvation lead to this? Starvation. If you actually have this and it's not in the form of expectation, if you have this word and then you starve, you could die. And you won't die alone. You die with a small crowd. 9 questions.
Michelle, let's look at the word divorce.
How is it that as chairman, I say some very important things and they are not...
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for pregnancy?
Chai. Oh my. Where did that come from?
20 questions.
Me too.
I've been looking for pregnancy.
Supervisors of Bush House Nigeria, and great fans of 20 Questions. It is my pleasure to, on behalf of Bush House Nigeria, present these Niekwenotong Panam Prize for followership to our fan of the month, April 2018, Mr. I.B. Hillary. He has been there and he has succeeded in giving us, as members of 20 Questions Club, the Constitution.
The winner for the month is Dr. Asin.
Pregnancy is actually a time of waiting, otherwise called gestation. It's that period where the female human being has to, to develop 1 or 2 offspring, and then even like lower animals, lower female animals or female lower animals, whichever one, editor, you take that. The female lower animal would also take before it produces. But for me, and for all of us on 20 Questions, pregnancy is about expectation. And so, in some sense, everyone is pregnant, whether as a man, whether as a woman. So I ask you in the crowd and watching or listening, are you pregnant?
Yes.
Mystery voice, they didn't answer. Object number 3.
Miguel Diaz-Canel. Miguel Diaz-Canel.
Panelists, animal, is the cake.
Human, Mr. Chairman.
Human.
Mr. Chairman, is it a human name?
A human name.
Chairman, alive.
Alive.
Mr. Chairman,
3 questions.
2 words.
2 words. Yes, 2 words.
Mr. Chairman, male.
4 questions. Yes, male.
Mr.
5
Chairman,
questions.
is your male an African?
Not an African. 6 questions.
Mr. Chairman, are we going back to America this time?
We are going back to America. 7 questions.
Mr. Chairman, because of your resentment for Donald Trump,
Do I have any resentment? I don't have any resentment for anybody.
this man you're looking for, has he got a direct link with Donald Trump?
Great link?
Direct.
Oh, direct. Direct. Not so sure. Not so sure. 8 questions.
So
but you never know tomorrow because he's quite fresh. Just as Esienukwe, PhD, is fresh on the podium of 20 questions, the man is also fresh on the podium of his country. 8 questions. 8 questions.
Man, let's look at
you need to know who this man is.
That's why I want to know where
Yes.
the man actually functions.
Yes.
Let's look at this man in the entertainment industry. Can we find him there?
Entertainment, 9 questions now. Except where, well, the way they play politics now, it's also part of entertainment. But no, 9 questions.
Mr. Chairman, is he then a politician?
I didn't hear that.
Is the person a politician?
Yes, a politician! 10 questions.
Mr. Chairman, because I've been engrossed with Nigeria and 2019, I've been preparing myself, so I can't really say that.
Are you running?
Although I'm not too young
To run.
to run,
But you're not running.
but I want to effect a lot of changes.
Okay, without running.
Without running.
Wow.
But
Are you fasting? Are you
I'll
praying?
run with my PVC.
You run with your PVC. You alone. You need to pack many people. 11 questions, panelists. Oh, that's still 10. You didn't ask the question there, did you?
I want to ask,
Yes.
is this man trying to throw his heart in the ring?
His heart was already in the ring, even though he never threw it. 11 questions. He never had to throw his heart in the ring. You know, some people, I'm told they are born great. Others are made great. And others just have greatness thrown upon them. This man is one of them. 11 questions, panelists.
Mr. Chairman, are you looking for a son of an ex-president?
The son of an ex-president. Why do you go to yesterday rather than stay with today?
No, I said
12 questions. No, I'm not looking for the son of an ex-president.
Mr. Even though you said that this man does not have direct link with the Donald Trump.
I will still say so.
Is he-
But you never know tomorrow. He's just fresh. He's new to the scene. Although he was, I think from 2013 up until 2 days ago at the point of this recording, up until I think the 18th or the 19th of April 2018, he was also there, one of the front seaters.
Is he in the legislature?
That's a good question, no. 13 questions. When it's 15 questions, perhaps I'll give you another lead. When it's 15 questions. I wanted to say his country, in his country. 13 questions. In his country, but I don't know, how would that sound in your ear? 13 questions. Once it's 15, but if you like, even now, I'm in the mood, I could play ball with you. Yes.
You can play.
Yes, I wanted to say that when you say, is this in America? What were you thinking about? You know that there's no country in the world called America.
yes, Mr. Chairman.
There's no one country in the world called America. I'm sure you know. 13 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
Some education flowing from 20 questions. Even Dr. Atakba is, he's sharing that and wondering about it. There is not just one particular country in the whole world called America. Not one. There's only a continent. Even though, the United States people, they like to claim everything. They say they're America. 13 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
13 questions, yes.
America is divided into the North and South.
Perfect. There's no central?
No.
North and South, okay. The North is the US, of course. The South.
Are you looking for a Southern America?
Yes, I am! 14 questions.
Mr. Chairman,
And if you follow international politics, if you follow world politics, it's easy to catch it. Because,
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
let's go to Cuba.
I follow you to Cuba! 15
A new
questions.
president has emerged in Cuba.
For the first time in 60 years, we now have a brand new president who is not a Castro.
Mr. Chairman, is that the man you are looking
Yes, I am! That's it!
for? Mr. Chairman, give me the name and give me 3 points.
16 questions.
Give me the name and give me 3 points.
Okay, so that I don't waste time, this man just told us up until 2-3 days back in time, at the point of this recording, I think the 18th or 19th of April 2018 was the first vice president of Cuba. And it should also be said that he was not part of the revolution of 1959, a revolution led by Fidel Castro, who ruled the country for a number of years and allowed it for his brother, Raul, who made a number of reforms and recently stepped down, but just almost single-handed appointed Miguel Diaz-Canel as the 19th and current president of Cuba. Please put your hands together for him. 19th of April 2018 took office and can only serve for 2 terms of 5 years each. We congratulate him.
20 Questions is grateful to our sponsors, our supporters, and our partners. Pastor Wem Andresian, Engineer Etido Ian, Dr. Nathaniel Adiakban, Mr. Nsikan Linus Nkan, Mr. Okonokon, Mr. Charles Udo, Honorable Aniekan Basi, Neocakes, Campik Photography, Integrity Lighting, Reason Voice, D'Angeli Hotels, and many more. You too can be a part of what we do by sponsoring, supporting, or partnering us. Simply dial +234 803 855 1340. Welcome to 20 Questions.
We've come to the end of the program, really? So fast. Thank you. ID James, put your hands together for him. Savior Ekpe and Dr. Esienukwe. You have this is Michael Bush, along with the Nemesirinyang mystery voice saying goodbye and thank you.